Hello, 6th grade. I'm here with another video to help you with your math homework. So today's lesson is asking us how to find a percentage using two numbers. And we have one problem that is asking us if we paid $9 for something that originally cost 12, what percentage that's going to be. So once again, I'm not going to use those numbers exactly because I want you to do that work for yourself. So I'm going to do a similar problem. We are going to do, let's try, so let's say I paid $6 for a shirt that normally costs $8. What percent of the total of the normal price did I pay? Or of the full price did I pay? So with all word problems, we want to start with figuring out what is the question asking us, or what the question is about, what the question's asking us, and what's the important information. So what the question is about is paying for a shirt. The important information is usually our numbers in the problem. So we paid $6, and that was on sale or something like that. That's a reduced price. And then the $8 is the full price. So there's our important information. And what's our question asking? It's asking, what percent of the full price did I pay? So moving on to our next page. If you remember from class, our step one of finding a percentage of a number, or of the percentage of whole, we always have a part of a whole. Percentages are talking about a proportion, so parts of a whole. Percent is a part and a whole. And our percent is going to be out of 100. These two things are going to be equivalent, so we're going to have two fractions that are equal to each other. So our important information, once again, are $6 and $8. So those are going to be our part and our whole. So the first question I ask myself is the $6 the whole or the part? Well, we have a full price, so I'm going to interpret that as meaning the whole. So this is our full price. And the part is going to be our reduced price. Well, going back to our important information, our reduced price is $6. So our fraction is going to be $6 over the full price, which is $8. That we're going to set equal to our percentage. Now, do we know our percentage? No, we're asking what percent of full price did I pay? So I'm going to write a question mark for our percentage, but because it's percentage is always out of 100, so we can write 100 at our denominator here. So my question to you is, how do we find this percentage? Well, we have equivalent fractions, and we could look at something that we can multiply 8 by and multiply 6 by to get from 8 to 100. But is 8 a factor of 100? Is there something we could multiply 8 by to get 100? There isn't. So we're going to have to figure out another form of 6/8 that we can use a factor. So the first thing I always want to go for is simplifying 6/8. So even though it's $6 and $8, so it's $6 reduced and $8 full price, we can still simplify it because it's a fraction, right? So we paid $6 for the full $8, but we could divide this by 2 because they're both even numbers, right? Divide by 2. Let me change the color just to make sure that this is clear. We're dividing by 2. dividing by 2. And that would give us what? 6 divided by 2 gives us 3. And 8 divided by 2 gives us 4. So for every $4 that the normal price would have been, we're paying 3. Now looking at our fraction, we're looking for something out of 100. So my question is $4 something that is a factor of 100? Is 4 a factor of 100? So thinking about money, we can break 100 cents up into quarters, right? How many cents is a quarter? It's 25 cents. So 25 times 4, 25 cents times 4 quarters gives us 100 cents or $1, right? So that lets me know that 4 times 25 is going to give us 100. Well, up here we can just do times 25 as well. What's 3 times 25? 25 plus 25 gives us 50, plus another 25 gives us 75. So I can erase this question mark. 3/4, 3/4 is the same thing as 75%. Remember, 75 out of 100 is the same thing as 75% because cent means 100. Like there's 100 cents in a dollar, there's 100 years in a century, 100 legs on a centipede. Percent means per 100. So if you see 75, so 75 per, remember you could read this fraction bar as per 100 is the same thing as 75%. So when we paid $6 out of 8, we paid for 75% of the full price. Now, this question is actually a little bit different than the question in your homework. The question in your homework asks, what percent discount did you get? So we paid 75% of the full price, but if we're asking for what percent discount, there's one more step. So we paid 75% of the full. What's 100%? What's the normal price? Or sorry, what percentage is the full price? Well, it's 100. 100 just means the whole thing. So full price is 100%. To find the percent that our discount was, all we have to do is take this 75 away from 100. Take 75 away from 100. Well, what's math language for take away? Subtraction. So 100% minus 75% gives us a 25% discount. So this is the first problem in your homework. The rest of the problems are not finding percentage. They're finding a percent of another number. So you're going to have to think about how are you going to set up your part and your whole for your fractions here. Like I set it up as something out of 100. In those other ones, you have a percentage already. So you can set up this right side over here for the rest of those problems before you find this left part. But you're going to have to remember what you did, look at your notes to figure out all the rest of the problems for the homework. I hope this was helpful for that first problem. And once again, I will be sending out the slides with this video in the description. Have a great evening.